Welcome back, everyone, to another Market Open live stream. So stocks are doing what they usually like to do on, I should say at the beginning of earnings season, and that is go down. 2020 has been pretty much, 2021, that's this year, has pretty much been the year of stocks just going down at earnings, even though companies are absolutely crushing it. Analysts have this weird, obsession with, oh no, everything should be everything should be beating the estimates that we keep raising and raising and raising, and it's really, really annoying. Because even, for example, look at Tesla. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal movement, and yet the stock's down 1% pre-market. Absolutely insane that in automotives we're able to pass a 1%, 30% margin, gross profit margin for vehicles. It's insane. But the days before earnings, virtually every day before earnings, analysts increase their expectations. We got those delivery numbers, so you get expectations going up, 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 and then you get traders hoping for a big beat on top of those raised expectations. It's just like everything's it's almost like the analysts just set it up for failure. But it's okay. It is totally okay, because when you know the game, you don't really care. You just kind of roll your eyes at it, kind of like, whatever. The companies are just crushing it with some of these numbers, but you still get those fears about inflation. You still get fears about, how long's growth going to last? What if we have stagflation? All this nonsense, whatever. And so as a result, we're at a place where the Dow is down about a quarter, about 0.21. S&P's down about 0.17. NASDAQ futures down 0.18. Not usually that big of a deal. What we've noticed in the past few weeks here is the market has this tendency to open slightly red. You get a little bit of selling pressure right at the beginning, and often you get a little bit of a rally back. So we'll see if that happens today. If it keeps falling on nervousness through earnings, that's okay too, because it'll create some opportunities for, in my opinion, either selling puts on companies that you really want to be a part of, or of course, just buying shares straight out. So reporting today before the bell, we have AT&T and American Airlines, Ally Financial, and Southwest. We'll take a look at these in just a moment. We have after hours Snapchat, Intel, Chipotle, Boston Beer, Whirlpool, Mattel. Some pretty big names here. BJ's Restaurants as well. So let's start with AT&T, American Airlines, and Southwest. Let's just see how some of these things have moved here. AT&T right now is sitting up about 1% in the pre-market. Let's grab AT&T here. So let's see here. For some reason, it looks like I got logged out of my Webull, so I'll log back in just a second. But anyway, so here's AT&T pre-market. Let's see what the company news is on this one here. So we have, okay, here we go. AT&T comes in with 87 cents in adjusted Q3 EPS, revenue at $39.9 billion. GAAP EPS at 82 cents. Looks like, let's see here, service revenue at 14.5 billion, up 4.6%. Mobility revenue up 7%. However, business wireless revenues down about 5.2%. While consumer revenue is up about 3.4%. Warner Media revenue 8.4, up 14.2%. And looks like they're working on they say they're halfway through their global cost savings goal by the end of the year. They also say that more than 70% of fiber customer gains are new to AT&T. I think that's really your growth potential for something like AT&T is fiber optic internet. In case you're not familiar with that, AT&T used to be part of like the Bell South and the Bell, basically one of the, AT&T kind of consolidated the Bells and took over all the DSL providers, which at first was all done through telephone lines, and actually I think still is through the telephone lines. Anyway, DSL definitely has bottlenecks. So after DSL, people moved over to cable, with things like Comcast or Spectrum and cable through like a TV cable, a coaxial cable. It kind of blew DSL out of the water in most cases. Now, though, what's blowing a coaxial cable out of the water, coax, is fiber. And what they do is they run fiber to newer neighborhoods, usually like 2008 plus. And when you have fiber in newer neighborhoods, these connections are so fast that, and the bottlenecks are so few and far between, that you could have coax cable throughout your house, but the box and out to the grid is usually fiber, and it's absolutely insanely fast. It's really, really cool. So love that. Yeah, and I use the word coaxial every time I play Hangman, and nobody has ever gotten it. Just so you know what coax can look like, take a look at my speed test right now. I'm sorry, fiber. This right now, 935 down. This is on AT&T or AT&T fiber. It's really, really good. I mean, look at the upload. It's had a little bit of a freeze there for a second there, but whatever. Now it got going. Look at that, 700. I mean, I upload. Look at this. I'm almost running up to a gig here. Up. It's insane. So you get this kind of stuff with AT&T fiber. It's really good. Hashtag not sponsored. I'm just saying, like, that's your growth op, in my opinion, for AT&T. But anyway. So American Airlines, let's go ahead and look at them. Yeah, fiber's really, really good. Yeah, they have had fiber for about 10 years. It depends if you're in a newer neighborhood or older neighborhood. A lot of neighborhoods just don't have it. Like a lot of the homes built in the 50s, right, in the 60s or whatever. All right, American Airlines reports a loss of 99 cents a share. The estimate was for a loss of 1.03. Slight beat there on American Airlines. Net loss still $641 million, but again, less than the 673 expected. Operating revenue comes in at a slight beat at 897. Load factor at 78.7%. Nice. So interesting. American Airlines sees capacity down only about 11 to 13% from the fourth quarter of 2019. And sees Q4 leisure revenues actually topping 2019 levels. That's incredible. And he says or the CEO says, if fuel stays high, industry capacity will decline. So definitely a negative omen there. In terms of American Airlines in the pre-market, it's up about what did I say here? 0.48%. All right. So then we have, who is next? There's American Airlines, AT&T, Southwest and Ally. Let's do those really quick. I expect a lot of the airlines are going to be relatively similar here. Let's take a look at Southwest. Okay, Southwest capacity up 46%. I wonder if they said anything about, American Airlines cuts flight schedule again to smooth operations so that they're just going to book less flights. That's not too exciting. Let me see how the stock so far is reacting on that comment alone. Yeah, see, Southwest is down 0.14. That doesn't surprise me. Southwest asked court to dismiss suit filed by pilots union. We've got earnings, operating revenue down 20 to 30% from 2019. Fuel costs almost doubled, 2.04 a gallon from 1.23. Wow, that's intense. Passenger revenue did beat a tiny little bit, 4.23 versus 4.2 expected. Net coming in at 446. Loss per share adjusted about 23 cents. And that was a beat of a loss of 27 cents. Sales came in at a little bit of a beat as well at 4.7 billion. Cancellations recently here in October cost the carrier $75 million. Expects not to be profitable in the fourth quarter. Revenue soars at Southwest despite hit from virus. Yeah. All right. Now let's look at Ally Financial. We did get the banks. We know the banks absolutely kicked butt and saw big increases in consumer spending, consumer savings, everything just up, 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 up. All right. P. Now, why is Cardano not rising like the others? Well, it just went from $1. Zoom back out to the summer. I feel like it rose proportionally more than the other ones, but we'll see. Adjusted EPS on Ally Financial coming in at 2.16 versus 1.97 expected. Net rev at 1.99 versus an expectation of 2.03. So slightly mixed there. And Ally to buy Square Financial, not to be confused with Square itself, for $750 million. Credit loss provisions adjusted. A little bit of a beat there on EPS, but again, that miss on rev. So a little mixed. And I don't know that I have details from their call yet. Let me see here. Ally, how'd they do? Yeah, I'm actually going to throw them in here as a watch. Ally's 1% up on that. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to log in really quick to Webull so we can get our good old watch list. I don't like not having our watch list. Okay, let's see if we can comment on what Jim's up to while I do that.
Raise price yet, right? Unilever did raise price, and I think that's important because Procter is now going to have to catch up. Unilever is an incredibly well-run company, okay? And I just think I wanted to point it out because these two companies, Unilever and Procter, are delivering amazing numbers. Amazing numbers.
But your point's an important one because, of course, it does get back to the broader issues that we are dealing with, which is inflation. And these guys, that's a lot of money, 4%.
I went through
everything.
I went through every input for a bottle of shampoo. Every input is up.
Real.
Every input.
How did we just go to talking about Unilever to a bottle of shampoo? I mean, maybe the inflation, so whatever. IBM is down 5.23. Really getting hit by the lack of competitiveness that they've kind of at least been on a trend or what they've been considered known for here recently in the news. It's sad. It's going to be hard for them to shake that, especially losing Apple. Not a good thing. Camber Energy down 4.7. Momentum mover here, along with Vinco down 3.29. A bunch of, I think they had 4 executives quit here on Vinco. Yeah, 20, and that was on the 19th. Anyway, 23andMe down about 3.63, back under $10. Here's your Bitcoin ETF. I personally recommend you don't buy it. Wait, where'd it go? Can't get the chart actually to load on there right now. Okay, no problem. MP Material sitting at 35. Gosh, it's been sitting at 35 forever. Wins back under $90. Canoes sitting around $7 again. Neo 39.38. Tesla's down about 0.9. Alibaba, I threw into Neo instead of Alibaba, and so far I think Alibaba's been outpacing a little bit. It probably because it oversold a little bit more, but I mean I like Neo at 35. So crypto, we got Bitcoin sitting at 65, Dogecoin 25. It's really been stuck at 25 for a bit. Ethereum popped up to about 4,200, and ADA is let's see, Sheeb 28, and where's ADA? ADA is sitting about 2.24. Yeah, you go out to the day chart, you see a nice little pop here from our summer months. So then what's going on with WD? Took a 12% hit after hours. Really? Yeah, because they reported yesterday morning, I feel like. I don't see that hit in after hours like you're seeing. It might be a glitch. Enphase sitting around that 180 level. Affirm. There goes Affirm again, up 1.54. How's PayPal and pins? PayPal up about 1/3%. Pinterest listed as halted. I'm not sure if it actually is. All right. 5 Kyrsten Sinema advisors resign amid anger about her tactics. Ouch. Huh. And President Biden is in Baltimore today, pitching internet access. Ooh, look at the oscillation for allies is good for options. Oh, I mean, channel bound like this, I would venture to say no. Usually what's good for option would be these sudden, insane run ups and downs. So take a look at here at Firm, for example. That's powerful for options. Big volatility bump, big volatility bump, big volatility bump. Ironically, if you're in a channel, even if that channel is up, your volatility can actually start decreasing. Changes of the direction are where that volatility comes from. Think about it like being in a car. You slow and steady accelerate, big deal. Kind of like Google, slow and steady kind of run. If you go out like this, right? Where you get the volatility bumps are here. It's kind of like you stepped on the gas, you slammed on the brakes. All right, let's see. Right, so 13 minutes to the opening. Let's go ahead and see what kind of news we have out here. Let's see. Yeah, the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco just came out and mentioned that the biggest cause of inflation, the biggest single cause before, of course, like the whole supply chain crisis, was probably the American Rescue Plan. That was the March of 2020 COVID relief package, $1,200 stimulus checks, PPP, EIDL grants, EIDL loans, but not just forgivable PPP money. And get this, okay? And this blew my mind. The government with the PPP loan said, hey, you can take out a free forgivable loan. So let's say you take out a forgivable loan of $100,000. Think about that practically for a moment. If somebody gave you $100,000 and it was totally, just free income. Here's just $1,000, and then they told you that you didn't have to pay taxes on it. Well, that'd be awesome, right? Because if you didn't have to pay taxes on it, that'd be like getting $100,000 after taxes. Okay, great. That's what happened with the PPP because you were supposed to spend it on things like payroll, and you would get write-offs for that. So the idea is, hey, I'm gonna give you $100,000. You're gonna spend that on your business, which is a write-off anyway, so you're not gonna pay taxes, right? So you get $100,000, you don't pay taxes. Now they say you can basically double count your write-off and basically end up with a tax benefit on top of that $100,000, to where that $100,000 is probably worth like $140,000 in literally free money. Like, you think the $1,200 stimulus checks were good, or the $600 check or the $1,400 check? No way. It's businesses that got bailed out insanely with those PPP loans. Every $100,000 was probably worth $130,000 to $140,000 in literally free money. That's a huge stimulus. Business owners killed it with the PPP. On top of that, you got the free grants on the EIDL. If you owned real estate, you got to take mortgage forbearance on your entire portfolio if you wanted to. No harm, no foul. Just kick the can down the road for 12 months in terms of when you need to actually pay your mortgages back. It's totally insane. Like, the amount of giveaway money was crazy. And I don't even think it's realized how much that the PPP and the housing stimulus was beneficial to people who owned real estate or to all who own businesses. And it's funny because, well, I mean, maybe it's not funny, but it's interesting because I've always ran this channel. Yeah, PPP saved jobs. Yeah, that's how they brand it. And I'm not saying it didn't, but this was like the shortest recession we've ever had. But anyway, the interesting thing is, before this pandemic, I always said, if you want to build wealth, you have to be involved in real estate and some form of or some form of business or some form of asset like stocks. So if you're in stocks, real estate, or business, you're almost always going to get bailed out first if there's a crisis. If you're a tenant, you're paycheck to paycheck, an employee or whatever, you're usually last to get bailed out, which is ironic because it should be the other way around, right? That's the theory at least. And I mean, look at it. The biggest stimulus went to business owners, to homeowners, and to stock owners. Tenants have been desperate to try to get through rent relief, and they have to go through hoops and hurdles to try to get bailed out. It's insane. So I mean, it's no surprise that you had you have inflation now to some degree. I remember back during the pandemic too. We're like, why you gonna give people PPP money to pay for payrolls? Well, what are you going to pay them to do if we're shut down? Mop the floor over and over again, like a retail store or whatever. I'm not trying to diss the potential benefit of the PPP, but once we came out of lockdowns, businesses did whatever they needed to do to get people back. Yeah. Anyway, so that was the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco talked about biggest inflation coming from that first stimulus package. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we covered some earnings already this morning, Rob. You missed them. Oh yeah, New York State's bit licenses are like totally stupid. It's the one state that is making it very difficult to provide crypto services in all states. And it's not fair, really, to the people in New York. That's what it is. All right. So American Airlines loss is less than expected. Peter Thiel says he's underinvested in Bitcoin. That's bullish. Peter Thiel, technology billionaire and conservative political donor, praised cryptocurrencies and slammed central banks during an appearance on Wednesday. You're supposed to just buy Bitcoin, he joked. I feel like I've been underinvested. Longtime libertarian said that cryptocurrencies was the rebuke of the world's financial system. Bitcoin at $66,000. Is it going up? Maybe, he said, but it surely tells us that we are at a complete bankruptcy moment for central banks. Wow. What a slam. I love it. Peter Thiel. He's actually got a good book too on entrepreneurship. I forget what it's called right now, but like building business and stuff like that. So let's see here. What else do we have here? Thiel spoke for more than an hour during an interview hosted by the Lincoln Network, right-leaning nonprofit. Okay. AI, especially sort for low-tech surveillance form, is essentially communist because it forces centralization. Ooh. He suggested crypto was libertarian because it is forced decentralization, and that basically artificial intelligence and companies are communist. Yikes, Peter. Thiel doesn't want to outlaw AI, but he says he would like people to think about how they're working on a technology that's going to destroy the world. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see here. Okay, Thiel's Founders Fund promoted in Miami. Okay, guys, hear me out. If we move Silicon Valley to Miami, what if we move Silicon Valley to Miami? Well, you're going to save a lot of money on income taxes, that's for sure. Interesting. So that's Peter Thiel. Here's now somebody taking the completely opposite stance. DWAC, I don't know what that is, but I'll check in a moment. Caleb calls Bitcoin a tulip bubble without the aesthetics. Whoops, I forgot there was a straw there. Hold on, what's the breaking news? Hold on, what's this?
Regarded as being an ultimate arbiter, not at all owned by Facebook, so to speak.
There's no breaking news there. I covered that yesterday. Get out of here, CNBC. Anyway, let me repeat to those unable to get it. I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. It is a tulip bubble without the aesthetics disguised as a currency. Hence, it is irrational to buy it. It is as irrational to buy it as it is to short it. Despite the comparison, the author of The Black Swan claims he is not bearish on Bitcoin, even though previously he has called it an open Ponzi. Wow. Okay. Houston Pension buys crypto, an asset we could not ignore. Wow. A pension fund for the Houston firefighters is tiptoeing into cryptocurrency investing with over $4 billion in assets. Said it invested $25 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wow. Okay. So let's see what else here. Let's talk about this SPAC talk here. What's this? Here, we got a few minutes here. And DWAC, Digital World Acquisition, Trump Media. Who actually runs Trump Media these days, though? Trump Media. What is Trump Media? All right, well, I can't actually find anything about it. Digital World Acquisition Corp jumped 44% in its Class A shares, gained 30% after announcing a plan to merge with Trump Media, which plans to launch a social media platform backed by Donald Trump. The transaction values the Trump Media Group at an enterprise value of $875 million, the company said. What's called Truth Social is aiming for a beta launch in November. And Trump Media is also planning to launch a non-woke entertainment programming, news, and podcast network. Wow. So there is no Trump Media. So they just got, they're trying to get $875 million for a company that does not exist. Jim Thrower, what is that site? Wow. It must be cool to be able to get $875 million for or have an enterprise value of $875 million for a company that literally has nothing right now other than a hope and a dream. DWAC. So so it was at the sort of SPAC $10, which is very common to be sitting here at the SPAC $10. Now it's up 27-ish% or whatever to 12.74. This is very, very common. Just be careful, because with SPACs, you very, very, very commonly get sucked right back to that $10 level or below after you actually, merge. But that's interesting. You can pre-order the app. What app? What Trump? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We got an opening bell. I'd like to know more, but right now it just seems like I said, a little hopium. People will trade it though.
But my first reaction was I was shocked. I was disappointed, and I did not hesitate. The discussion with Facebook are frank, and we did not shy away from asking hard questions.
This is not a very satisfying bell with this person talking.
We did not shy away from making recommendations that may not be, comfortable for the company. We've heard that, but
okay, so we're like 55% red, something like that. 55% red on the open. Let's go ahead and see how things are going here in the market. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so what do we have here? We have opening of Fannie Mae. Oh, that looked like a glitch. IBM now down 6%. Camber Energy looks like it's falling. I don't know what's going on with Webull today here. Watch list. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, Affirm's running a little bit here. This is the Affirm sitting at 2.6%. The charts are not updating well today. There we go. DD 2.72%. Affirm's running. Oh, snap. Macy's coming back. Very nice. Ethereum, 4260. Nice. ADA, 226. Playboy, little green here. Good. Nordstrom coming up 1.37. Not that big of a deal. Carnival Cruise Lines. Carnival bouncing off again. Okay. Let's see how Tesla's doing at the opening here. Tesla's trying to go green. It's still down about 0.9% right now. S&P 500 is vacillating. Dow Jones Holdings. Is this true? I can let you know. Hold on. Oh wow, yeah, you're right. Pre-order. Oh, so they've made some wireframes. How cool. But anyway, hold on. Give me 1 second here. Affirm. Barclays. Yeah, reported by the Dow Jones. Barclays raised Affirm from 140 to 175. Nice. So okay, I got that social app. Let me see here. Take a look at this. This is basically what they're going to SPAC. So this is the Truth social app. Follow the truth. What is this? I'm just gonna Jack's beard. Trending friends. Let's see. Jack and Jane. Hey Jane, can we please have our moderation? Can we please have our moderation team take down that account and its posts? Are you sure you can do that? I mean, it's a pretty big deal censoring that content, kind of overreach, right? Just take it to. It's totally slamming Jack for banning. They're using Jack Dorsey as an example of censorship for banning Donald Trump, and that's why they're doing Jack's beard. I'm just a guy trying to make it in this big world. Oh my gosh. Whatever. It's going to be interesting, that DWAC thing. I mean, it's pure speculation right now. It's just not, I don't see any value there other than Trump's name. That's it. It's Trump's name right now. That's all you got. That's what you're betting on with that SPAC. Yeah, anyway. Okay, Etsy vacillating a little bit. Disney stuck at 170 as usual. Tesla's trying to go green. Look at that. Only down about 0.12% right now. Etsy only down 0.14. Let's see what's really losing here. Pinterest shaves about 2%. Not a surprise after going up like 13% yesterday. Affirm is still running here. Very nice. Affirm's doing great. DD's at 5.39%. Dick's Sporting Goods up. Lion Electric's up a little bit. Upstart, Plug Power. These guys all 2 to 3% here. SoFi 2% again. SoFi running again. Good job, SoFi. 21.49 right now. Cloudflare up almost 2% again. Excellent. ChargePoint 1.56. Nice. Shift. Good. Peloton. Good. All around 1% here. United Airlines up. Enphase about 1%. I mean, it looks like the market's mostly turning green again here. Tesla's now up 0.5%. Tesla's like, oh, seriously, come on, Weeble, would you get with it? Can keep resetting that. Anyway, Tesla at 869, popping over to about 870, 870.50. Trump SPAC. Okay, DWAC equals Trump Media SPAC. Trump Media SPAC. 875 mil price value. No product yet. There we go. I'm just gonna pin that up here so that way if people get confused, we have a little bit of a reference. We'll leave this for a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, this is, oh my gosh, it's 38%. This is gonna be, like, in my opinion, pure trading. Keep that in mind, okay? And that's fine. Please, please. I don't want anybody to ever think like, oh, don't be a trader. I trade. I totally swing trade. I made lots of money swing trading. But and sometimes you lose money too. I mean, that's just normal, right? Your goal is to make money like 70% of the time. And that way you could write off the other 30% as just cost of doing business. But yeah, I mean, this whole Trump media SPAC, it's going to be pure trading. So if you want to trade it, it dips, you want to buy it, you think it's going to run, you want to buy, whatever, go for it. But you are not making a fundamental move here. At all. All right. So Upstart, look at that. Upstart going again, 369. 153 on a firm. Cloudflare. So you just can't wait for a dip on this one. Let's see here. Tesla. Wow, Tesla's up 1% now. Let's go. Tesla didn't deserve to go down in the after hours yesterday. I think, and this is just my belief, I think there were so many people assuming Tesla was going to go down no matter what they reported, because Tesla consistently goes down after earnings, that there were so many whether puts or shorts or whatever, bearish bets, that now you're getting covering, and the stock's going the way it should be going. Ooh, bummer. PayPal down another 4% on what looks like that Pinterest deal likely solidifying. But then again, there's also talk that potentially Shopify might try to bid against PayPal, which could potentially increase that acquisition price for PayPal on Pinterest, which could lead to a little bit more pressure to the downside for PayPal. I sold some puts on PayPal, and if it keeps dropping, I'll sell some more puts. Okay. Pinterest is only down about Pinterest sitting. It shows this halt, but it's sitting around 1.25% down. Not bad at all. Yeah, PayPal's not happy with this. 4.5% to the downside. Okay, let's see here. Cloudflare, nice. Let's go ahead and get a broader view here. Probably the biggest loser actually today is PayPal. No, it's IBM and Camber, but PayPal's in the race to be the biggest loser right now. Yeah, I made a video yesterday about why PayPal might want Pinterest. Wow, look at Skills up 7.4%. Big momentum mover here. Affirm 4.5%. Boy, am I happy I didn't sell some calls. I was thinking about doing sold just basically selling some calls against my position in Affirm. And good thing I did not. Darn thing, 4%. EXPI up about 3%. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and see what some of the news is. Worth noting that you can still get up to $70 in totally free stocks by going to metkevin.com/public. Make sure to follow me there so you can see my trades when I post on public. metkevin.com/public. And when you sign up, you can get up to $70 totally for free. Also, check out those programs on Building Your Wealth link down below. Get up to 41% off using coupon code Diamond Hands, like these guys right here, Diamond Hands. And that price will be going up on the 29th with new lectures coming out in 3 days. 3 days. Sunday. DWAC rotating down a little bit now. Let's look at COVID. COVID cases. Okay. And then we'll look at crypto a little bit. Okay, so COVID cases for the United States still rotating down. Yeah, I usually buy back my sold puts because I want that extrinsic value. We talk about that in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. Let's see, how about the United Kingdom? This is really what I'm worried about is United Kingdom and Germany, because they're sucking. They're just sucking. Yeah, look at that. Straight. I mean, it's just up. United Kingdom. It's just not good. Let's go to Germany. Ugh. Very not good. 30 days. Ew, it's getting worse. Come on, Germany, get with the program, would you? Los. Ay. Let's go to New York Times again here on DWAC. In a statement announcing the new venture, hold on a second here. Yeah, I just can't believe that they're going for an 875 enterprise value. Okay, so lined up investment money to create his own publicly traded media company and attempt to reinsert himself. It could give Trump's company access to $300 million in new money. In a statement announcing the new venture, Mr. Trump and his investors said the new company would be called the Trump Media and Technology Group, and that it would create the new social media app called Truth Social. I think it's kind of cool that you could do pre-orders for an app in the App Store. I did not know that. Just because I would be a bad stock researcher if I didn't. I'm a pre-order it. Let me see. I've actually never pre-ordered a free app before. I think that's kind of weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. What the heck? I don't even know what that would do. There's nothing I imagine it would download. No, it doesn't do anything. That is so weird. Pre-ordering an app. All right. So anyway, got it. Its purpose, according to the statement, is to create a rival to the liberal consortium and fight back against the big tech of Silicon Valley. Let's see here. Since he left office and became the only American president impeached twice. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We know he's been banned. I just want to know more about the financial stuff. Trump's partner is Digital World Acquisition, a SPAC. Okay. The IPO raised about $283 million, and Digital World jumped up another 11 mil. Okay. Digital World is backed by these hedge funds. Let's see. Mr. Orlando, Patrick Orlando, a former employee of Deutsche Bank, whatever. These are just some potential people. Oh, they don't hold back at all. New York Times. This is New York Times. New York Times. Mr. Trump, who has repeatedly lied about the results of the 2020 election while accusing the mainstream news media of publishing fake stories to discredit him. All right. Anyway, so yeah, okay, this is all about the SPAC right here. It's going to be a trader stock, and yeah, that's what you got. So what's going on with Tesla? Oh, snap. Look at that. 2.26%. Damn. This is really good. I got so many call options on Tesla. I will definitely take this. Charge point up 3% as well. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Affirm 3.25. Woo! What a run. Matterport's going up. Very nice. So it seems like PayPal. Now PayPal's still sitting down 3.7. See, look at that. We had the red start to the market. And are we green yet? Oh, we're green on technologies. Oil sitting at just under 85. Good. Bonds 1.656. We'll take it. Go to the 5-day on bonds here. 1.66. Tesla and crypto. Why invest in anything else? Well, I mean, Affirm. Enphase. I wonder how Enphase is doing. Etsy. Now, these are some fun ones. See, look, you could be up 0.86% on Enphase right now if you were in Enphase. Etsy, 0.71. Coinbase slightly up. Corsair is pretty much flat. Okay. Yeah, and then you're getting that trader movement here on the Trump SPAC. It's so weird. Trump is invading the financial space now. Let's see. Shelly says 10 million have already pre-ordered the Trump. How did you get that? The Truth Social or whatever it is. And somebody said you could reserve your username. Is that true? If I didn't. I don't know. Not that I need to be on any other social media platforms. I like YouTube. But you can watch me drive around on a go-kart on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. Just follow me there at Meet Kevin or Real Meet Kevin. And if you like the go-kart, you can buy it by going to metkevin.com/cart. metkevin.com/cart. The thing is amazing. It's really fast. Not the best suspension, though. But go-karts aren't known for having suspension. They're known for speed. All right. Plug Power, $34. Congrats, Plug. EXPI 433. Wow, I was looking for a sell-off in EXPI. Good for EXPI. Great company. Really, really good. Yeah, and really optimistic about them as well going forward. InsurTech, kind of lagging, as is typical. They tend to be the last ones to recover. Pinterest down about 1%. PayPal sitting at about that 3.3. And Southwest down slightly. Okay, what other news is there? I'll tell you, I mean, it's interesting news, the Trump's bag. Let's see here. 8K. Huh. All right, anyway. Let's see what else we have. European Central Bank pushes banks to boost their post-Brexit ops. Okay. How Netflix became hateflix in the eyes of many trans activists. Uh-oh. China conducted 2 hypersonic weapons tests this summer. All right. Turkey slashes interest rates, sending the lira tumbling. Wow. Investors flee gold for cryptocurrencies. Nailed it. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and then let's go to Barron's. All right, CoinMarketCap. So we're at 65.4 on BTC. It dropped to about 64.4 and then bounced back on some trading earlier. Ethereum and Cardano, 2.25, nice. Solana, number 6. Did they just pass Ripple? I feel like they just passed Ripple. Let me see here. Market cap. They were trading with a market cap of about 47, 46 for a while here. Their market cap just exploded to about 55. Pretty sure they just passed Ripple. They did. Wow, and left DOT behind. That's incredible. Wow. Very interesting. Which model did I get for the Segway card? I got the Pro. The Pro model. And charge lasts a good amount. I mean, probably be able to drive it for like 45 minutes or something like that. I don't know. I haven't experienced I haven't experienced the charge running out on it. But yeah, I don't know. Might not be the perfect person to ask, but yeah, I haven't been close. I mean, just plug it in anytime you're not using it, right? All right. So gold. Investors are dumping gold for cryptocurrencies. Nice. Let's try Barron's. All right. The go-kart reviews say the tires get shredded, but you can't replace them. Well, that sucks. I mean, I imagine it depends what you drive on, you know. But I mean, what do I know? Tesla had a strong quarter. Its valuation is very different. Yeah, let's see how the stock was running here just a moment ago. Las Vegas Sands down about 0.6 now. There we go. It's still going. It's at 888. It's a lucky number in Asia. It'd be cool to see all eights. 888, 88. Ah, look at that. Trump's back up. So you got your first level of potential support here at about 1260. Affirm now up 4.4%. Let's go. Wow, what a day. Another big fat green day. It's end of the year rally, folks. All right, let's see here. Tesla posted record earnings. It has reached escape velocity. What the heck is escape velocity? I know what terminal velocity is, but I don't know what escape velocity is. That's like a physics thing. Escape velocity. Escape velocity is the velocity that is sufficient for a body to escape the to escape gravitational pull. Wow. That's cool. Tesla reported record earnings. Very exciting for us. Wall Street, for the most part, agrees with that sentiment. Morgan Stanley suggested on his Thursday report that Tesla could be considered the most profitable mass market automaker in the world. Tesla's more profitable than most, but doesn't make the millions of vehicles other automakers do. What's particularly notable is Tesla's margin performance despite cost inflation. Literally what I said yesterday. In fact, if you follow me on Twitter, which seriously you should. I mean, if you don't like me posting videos of me driving around in a go-kart, you might not like it. See, this was me in the go-kart. I can't stop watching it. I don't know. And what's crazy is everybody calls me Luigi. I'm still trying to figure out why. I think they think it's like the Luigi laugh. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. But anyway, and then somebody posted on my TikTok. They're like, "Oh, I watched this being filmed," and I'm like, "Oh, that's weird." But anyway, Tesla. So I wrote this 23 hours ago. Tesla reports today. Analyst expectations here, and then I wrote this. Analysts expect margins to drop on supply issues, yet we delivered 8,000 more S's and X's in Q3. Might help Tesla beat. Watch gross margin. S and X will add. Very, very, very important here. And then I wrote, Elon Musk promised margin of over 30% was coming. No one believed him. Today, for the first time, gross margin hit 30.5%, 28.8% without credits, both huge records. Next stop, over 30% without credits. No one thought this was possible in autos, especially during a supply crisis. Like you can't overstate how important that is in Tesla. It's insane. It's really, really good. Jonas rates Tesla stock a buy, raised its target to $900 from $865. New Street Research, Peter Farragut, who I probably butchered that, who also rates shares as a buy, made a bigger leap. His price target went to $1,298 from $900. Tesla's reached escape velocity, according to him, who pointed out that Thursday's report on Tesla's margins are roughly twice that of a typical auto manufacturer. He feels better about the long-term prospects of the company, rating Tesla's position as strengthened. But warned investors not to expect any improvements for a few quarters. Austin and Berlin factories are launching and will face ramp inefficiencies. Sure. His new price target, blah, blah, blah. Everyone seems impressed, blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, it's really impressive. I mean, the Bitcoin value stuff is good, but it's very low compared to what they have, you know. Okay, so some things are inflecting down a little more here. PayPal going sideways. So then we have Google sitting at 28.42. That's pretty good. Owlet's flat. We need some news on Owlet's FDA thing. Tired of waiting. Corsair up about 0.5%. Nice. Hippo's actually up 4.3. It's slow climb. Dave and Buster's goes up again. Darn it. I really want to buy that one. Lemonade's up 1%. But it's really the runners up here that are very interesting today. And that's these guys. Skills up 8%. Look at that. Look at the Trump SPAC up even more now, up 47%. Affirm's almost up a full 5% at 1.54. It's back to its previous all-time highs. And I don't know where Tesla. There it is. Tesla's up about 2% at 883. If you go to Affirm, you've hit. Yeah, you hit a 160 as an all-time high, actually. If I go to 1 hour, let's see, we're dancing around the about 155 level. Huh. Wow, EXPI just shot up 5%. Dang it. I had so many options in EXPI, but I closed them all. Waiting to buy shares. Oh, well, I'll have to wait for another dip on that one. I'm not like jumping up and down to buy stuff right now, mostly because I still have some margin to get through. Although I've almost gotten rid of all of it. I don't like it. Cointelegraph. Right. What was here? Bitcoin Flash crashes on Binance. Now, a lot of that can sometimes just be little software mistakes. Anyway, okay, so what else? Barron's top. Yeah, another U-turn morning. That's right. Yeah, I wonder how our indices are doing as well. Yeah, we're almost fully green. Yeah, bonds did just go up 1.67. You're right. Okay. Barron's, what else do we have? WeWork to go public, defying great odds. AT&T is delivering. Investors just won't give the stock much credit. It's true. Mostly people just invest in it as a div stock. Droughts leading to food price inflation. Evergrande stock tumbles as asset sale collapses before key deadline. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's down 12% today. Ouch. Ugh. Last month, people got really excited, and now that excitement's gone. What about 6.6? Yeah. Okay. Tesla shares rise above January closing high. U.S. existing home sales rise 7% to 6.9 million rate annualized. That's a lot. Tesla's slowing down a little bit. 881 now. SoFi's got the 2%. Crazy. Trump digital media sitting at 44. Affirm now 3.8 off that high of about 5% during the day. And look at that Hut 8 mining dropping about 4.29%. All right. So what else? Yeah, just don't eat the onions. Exactly. Some onion recall going on, apparently. This is software over crypto. What kind of argument is this? Hold on a sec.
Thiel is the CEO of Honeycomb Asset Management. I'm Eric Schatzker. This is Bloomberg.
Oh, fine.
17 months in a row now where we haven't had a negative number. A good run that started in May of 2020 with 3.1, which happened to be the highest ever going back to 1959. Now, for the September read on existing home sales, let's head east to Diana Olick. Diana?
Rick, existing home sales in September rose 7% to a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 6.29 million units. That's a beat. The street was looking for 6.1 million and a gain of just 3.7% month to month. Sales still down 2.3% year over year, but that annual comparison is shrinking. And the realtors are pointing to August, a brief drop in mortgage rates. Now, these would be signed contracts from July and August, but not only lower rates, but the fear that rates would begin to rise this fall, which of course we know they already have and are already significantly higher. The inventory of homes for sale dropped to 1.27 million. That's down 13% year over year and just a 2.4 month supply. And that, of course, continues to push prices higher. The median existing home sale price, $352,800, up 13.3% year over year. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually the smallest annual gain we've seen all year. And part of it is that mix of what's selling, very little selling on the lower end of the market. In fact, homes priced between $100,000 and $250,000. Sales dropped 23% year over year, but $1 million plus home sales up 30% year over year. So again, a nice strong beat on sales in September. Back to you guys. David?
Diana, thank you. Diana Olick, and good Thursday morning to everybody. Welcome to another hour of Squawk on the Street. I am David Faber, along with Morgan Brennan and Mike Santoli. We're live from Post 9 at the New York Stock Exchange.
All right. Well, interesting. The housing market's just been nuts. It's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I wonder how many of you think Fed's actually gonna get rates to go up. There's a lot of talk that the Fed's just not gonna be able to get rates up. I think they will, but anyway, interesting to note, a lot of the crypto plays right now are falling. Coinbase down 1.71. Looks like MicroStrategy's down a couple percent. You've got Hut 8. Hut 8 is down 5% right now. Let's see here. Body, TSM, Goog. Hippo just went negative as well. Apple just went negative. Corsair just went flat. Let's got a 0.5% on it. Lemonade 1%. Enphase, Neo, these guys doing well. SoFi 2%, Matterport 2%, Tesla 2.2. Good news. And ChargePoint 2.88. Wow. All right. Well, there's not much in the way of news right now. I'm gonna do one last look here, and then we'll probably run over to Course Member live stream in about 15 minutes or so. Zuckerberg, we talked about that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's about it in terms of news. So, folks, thank you. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll see you in the next one. And make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.